Hello, hello, hello. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Dave. I'm finishing this bitch today. I'm getting it done. So without further ado, here we go. Right. Now the water, I'd put a... Yeah. Yes, the plank, that's right. Hello, yes. I don't know if anyone heard that, but it didn't sound good. You feeling up for this, Hivey? I'm on it like green on beans, Dave. Awesome. Oh. I'm no expert, but I think that's a little Jesus. Were these girls the owner of the campsite? What were they doing way out here? Have I already been here? I have. Dumbass. Alright, I guess I'm going back. Did I cross back over to the other shore? Yes. Oh, right, the planks. Okay, good. Alright. Now I remember. Yep. I remember that because tables have feelings. Alright, through here. Nope. Yep, through here. Apologies for the confusion, it's hard to get. I took a wee break between this to welcome some Until Dawn stuff, and I clearly have completely lost my fucking way. Alright. Tell me I've not gone around in circles. Nope. Oh, my controller just vibrated there. That was kind of weird. Oh, what's that? There were some personal effects shoved back into the rock. Wait, there was a notebook there too. Did I read it? Of course I did. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after war and page of names and lists. None of it made much sense. Newest page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel, Bernard Matthews, H.R. Geiger. Rachel? Her name was last on the list and had a mark beside it in blue ink. The names Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, and Rose had also been crossed out, but these marks looked older and more faded. I am a serial killer. Because I could murder a bowl of cornflakes right now. So I found my rape book. Fire. Alright, yeah, the tent. That's right. Now I remember. I'm kidding, of course I don't remember. Why? Oh, hello. No, no. Don't blink. No, no. Is that the other side of the fence? Yes, okay. There wasn't much in the way of clean water there, but the sink did work. I got a letter asking me to come to my special place. Well, to our special place. My special place is coincidentally a bathroom. It's where I get to pass all of my ungodly rectal beasts. Well, that was pointless. Thank you, God. Alright. I'm glad I did that. Ungodly rectal beasts? Yes, I am incredibly lonely. Why do you ask? Oh. Hi again. I couldn't stop thinking about those poor girls. I couldn't figure out on the map here where their campsite was. The police would have to search again in the daylight. Alright, I think I'm here. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest. Though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me led, I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. And where were the campers who had abandoned their site? In your fridge, you mad ginger bastard! Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? Excuse me while I take a sip of my beverage. Alright. What do we got here? I don't like my voice. I sound like Barry Burton with throat cancer. Oh, I thought it was a dead end. Alright. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I'd worked as a machinist? Where I'd worked as a job's worth for all these years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago. Now, you can't read. I know, I'm sorry. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Am I supposed to? Hello? Nope. I wish I had... Oh! What the figgins was that? That was... Hello? I'm not following you. Fuck you. Should I follow it? Am I meant to follow it? I'll follow it to the edge of the next screen. Oh, okay. Alright. Thank you, Hivey. No trouble, Dave. I got your backalin, Jacqueline. What the fuck am I on about? Anyway. Alright. Oh, there's a... Huh. Oh, Christ. Mr. Hankey has claimed another victim. I found the body of a security guard, just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. Who killed this fat man? Yeah, it's probably me. Is that it? Is that all I got here? Just a fat man, and I wished I could remember. Why was all my stuff missing? Because you got pissed and wandered off into the woods, you gigantic fucking nutter. Alright. Meanwhile... Who the fuck is banging? What kind of fucking bills you pay be banging in here? Oh, there's a... One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. There was a Silent Hill save point, but white. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Translation? Go and turn the power on, fucknut! Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman. Norman. A creepy bastard's name, if ever there was one, who was one of the older guys on the line. New theory, new theory, new theory. Norman's trying to frame my fat ass. Our old break table, the layers of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. I have an eye problem, that's what it is. I'll check these doors first. The door was locked. Thank God I checked it first. Closed for repairs. The door was also locked. For fuck's sake. Thank God I came back down. Right. Oh, this door's open. Oh, good. Thought we were in Silent Hill for a second there. What is that? Is that a power box? The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside. It was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. The woman was me! Hivey! Plot twist. It was shut tight. There was a rusty-looking card slot on the side. Power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Oh. That sounded like a disapproving vibrator. The power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Alright, so I haven't got... Alright. Nope. Still need the key card. Good. Alright. Back out here. So I'm guessing I gotta turn them all on to get that door down there open. Oh. The door had been hastily boarded up. Yeah, I've put my wood in some weird places. Stop trying. You're trying too hard. You weasel of a man. Oh, open door. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked here. Another panel that I hope could help me get the power back on. Oh, did it work? Alright, that one works. Good. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take... Yes, I did. I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Murder weapon! The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom low was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes. I slipped the key card into my pocket. Sorry about that, guys. An ice cream truck just drove by. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it was kind of loud. Yes, I did. I gotta do it again. There we go. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, alright. That's handy. I hope yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. Alright, I'm going back. I mean, I'm finishing this bitch today. Probably shouldn't call the game a bitch. I don't want to hurt feelings, but, yeah. Alright. Board it. Someone's granddad is choking to death in the background if you listen carefully, without me talking over it. Unfortunately, that's my job. To talk over things. A job that I don't get paid for, will probably never get paid for, and will probably never actually be good at. Oh, that got depressing quick. The keycard I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use it? Yes. Of course I fucking did. Oh, Granddad has intensified. You listen carefully, you can hear the fucker. What is that? There's some kind of ventilation hatch here. No, I didn't jump. I'll get the fucking door open downstairs. How the fuck? Oh. My leg hurt like hell. But I'm alive. There was a crumbled up letter on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily and it was hard to make out. Did I try to read it? Yes. Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what looked to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was, need to. Just don't. Drinking. Need. Norman. Who was Norman writing to? Probably me. Oh my god, am I Norman? I hope I'm not Norman. I prefer the name Hivey. It sounds like it was made up by an idiot, but it's still a good name. The bottom of the ventilation shaft hung open. It was pretty high up. I wasn't sure if anyone could have got back up there. The poor guard. Was the flashlight I carried his? Flashlight, not flashlight. It looked like he had met his end violently. I only hoped it was quick. I had to get home to Rachel, but I couldn't stop thinking about Norman. He and Rachel were friends. Could he help? Wasn't like I really had anyone else to turn to. My leg burned with pain. I only hoped I could find my way through the dark path before me and get to Norman's store. Norman has a store now? There's still more to do in there. There was another door. Fuck. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. 60, or bow. Bow. It's bow. That sign's called bow. Alright. garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food in slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's... What? Did I... Yeah, sure, why not? Get rid of all the evidence. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store in which he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. The entrance to the front of the store was locked. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I'm rushing through this because I want to finish this fucker today. Oh, okay. Here we go. Coat! Harry Mason's jacket! One of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on a rack. That was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was it? Oh my god, Rachel was sleeping with him. No! So I got angry and killed him. Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet? Yes. Although that might leave my prints at his place. Can I take it back? No. Fuck. I think my wife was flap-slapping Norman. Wife, girlfriend, whatever. More poop. We're dealing with an incontinent psychopath here. TV! The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. Everything seems perfectly normal here. I'm just going to move on. Oh no, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker, one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in shit. Looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Maybe you deserved better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes? Yes, and leave fingerprints everywhere. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. He certainly regretted eating that curry last night. I believe it was called Gandhi's Revenge. I had a Jurassic curry the other night there. Oh yes, I woke up with a Megasaurus. Sore ass. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yes! I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Is that it? Nothing in the fridge? Can't even... Oh, come on, Hivey. If you killed him, you might as well nick his food. Oh, I think I killed him, by the way. Goodbye. Can I unplug it? No. What's that? There's like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wonder where it went. Yes, I did pull the chain. Attic! Only good things happen in attics. Number 2. Those are either shackles or rapiers. 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 I don't know how you fucking say it. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? I opened up the old cardboard box and wasn't entirely surprised by what I saw. There were more of Rachel's things, more of my wife's clothes, photos, shoes, even that old radio I gave her. Why, Rachel? What were you doing here with Norman? Can I leave? I just couldn't believe it. My head ached with everything that was running through it. My wife was banging Namran. Wife. Wife. Respect, Mr. Hanky. Respect. Oh, right, that's the dark staining the sleeve. Hanky, you monster. You've claimed my wife / Harry Mason as well. Is there anything? Oh, what? Check what place out? Oh. Alright. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if her vagina needed attending to. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. What was the matter, Norman? Cheated on your hydro bills, too? Yeah, I got bitchy jokes. I'm a snide bastard. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. Looked to be in much better shape then. It's been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, and finding him that way still left me cold. I didn't phone the police, though. Fuck the police. Thinking of him slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. It looked like someone had taken that piece from his store. But why was it in those tunnels? As I stepped outside, I recalled that dusty old box of clothes in Norman's attic. I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Do I live here? Is this my bit? Point out I live in Scotland. My bit is another way of saying my home. For all my non-English / Scottish viewers, if any of you exist. It was locked. That wasn't the right gate. The gate was locked tight. It wasn't my house. Oh, okay. Was this my house? All right. Did I miss something? I want to. Oh. Locks. Another TV. Good. The gate was locked tight. It wasn't my house. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out, as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at it? The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package.
Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from both of you. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Don't you think you can hold... What? Don't you think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye.
I knew it. My wife was hoeing the place up with Nomran. Oh, there was more hanky outside. I was afraid. I never did fit. Fuck off. Hanky, no! This poo-covered bastard is everywhere. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Fuck that, I'm a brave motherfucker. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I remembered having breakfast here on this table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Basement door locked. There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? front door's locked, but I snuck in the back door like a dirty ginger criminal. I think I killed my wife for sleeping with Namran. I didn't play it like Shaggy. She knew it was me. I'm not gonna steal the rest of that guy's rap from Mean Girls. Because that would be silly. Yeah, your boy got rhymes. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Because you killed her, you mad ginger bastard! Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then I was too late. Yes, I remember sitting here one day with my wife, with our couch that faces the side of the house, the wall here, and watching tweeny marathons all day, interspiced with hardcore pornography. What? That's how Hivey rolls, yo. Tweenies and hardcore pornography. You got a problem, you can suck my orangutitties. Alright. Nothing wrong with orangutitties. They're beautiful. What? The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle, so I need a key. Piece of piss. Broken stuff. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. I got angry after that bitch told me that I didn't have a soul. I had to prove her wrong, and I did it by punching the mirror, because somehow that helped. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, it looked like the man in that house had some of the same books as I did. A sandwich! Thank God I'm saved! Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Was it another sandwich? Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? You hoe bag. Were you really going to run away with Norman? Was I really such a monster? Well, not to labor an obvious point, you are ginger. Yeah, and you're fat and have a beard. That's hardly relevant. Neither is my hair color. Fine, I'm sorry. Damn right. Next time I'll kick your chudsy-udsy ass. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. Bathtub! I'm gonna wash my shame off me. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Is that all you? Really? That's it? Alright. To the casual listener, this must sound like a confused fucking mess. Excuse me. Sorry. My beverage caught up with me. My laptop had been left on, and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower, and another tab, which I opened up. After the My Little Pony theme song had blared at me for 5 minutes, and I'd finished dancing to it, I switched it off. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? I pocketed the key, which goes to the room downstairs. Yes, I'm a brony. My shame. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you understand. Just keep digging, we can still see you. Well, you keep digging, I can still see your mom. I am basically talking to myself, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps I'm a little bit mad. No, you're not. Oh, thank God you're here. I thought I was losing my marbles. I have a key. I did pick the key up. Oh fuck, tell me I picked the key up. Yeah, so I guess the key's not for that. Downstairs maybe? Oh no, that's the TV room. Picture of a penguin. Picture of a game of Tetris. Picture of my face when My Little Pony's on. Big ass smile. Oh lord, how many fucking... Alright, that's the front door. The front door is locked. From inside. I have a key. I just can't use it. I unlocked the basement. Oh, fuck. There's always a basement in these things. Box. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take it? Yes, I did. What was that? I put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished yet and the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Like my penis. No, not my penis. Don't be silly. We had way too much junk. Can I take the trowel? No. No. Fuck you. So, back upstairs. I'm guessing. The grimy key I'd found in the basement unlocked the door. That's all fairly straightforward now. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? How are you this stupid? Tetris block. Brony face. Nope, nope, nope. Penguin. Brony face. Nope. Yep. Brony face. Game of Tetris. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Yeah. Is that it? Is that all I got? You know, for a room that's been trashed, it doesn't look... Oh my god, is that a turtle covered in shit? Moving on. Why would there be a turtle covered in feces? You're right, Hivey, I didn't listen to any of my ideas. What's that? This picture makes me think of an angel in a top hat. And I don't know what the lines represent, some kind of foreign language. That is a telephone slowly descending into a puddle of Egyptian water. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? Do I have any other choice? With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken hole, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Don't look. Alright. How do I not look? Oh. Sunset? Sunrise? Right. Poop. Don't look. Poop. Oh god, she's in this sack, isn't she? A filthy-looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had to come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? What? I've got shoes? No. Fuck it, no I didn't. The rags were wet, matted, covered in dirt and grime, but inside that tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? What I had been searching for this entire time. I remembered the look on Rachel's face when I came home. Didn't I? Then the awful realization hit me right in the gut. I'd been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, isn't it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere, because she was never there at all, was she? What? I stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my leg just a dull ache now, and sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning, and the ache I felt before was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion, and as I tried to grab hold of something that would make sense of all this, I must have drifted off. If I'm back at the beginning of the fucking game, I guess these books were all actually mine then. It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? I am kind of troubled by the fact that they're now making me decide these things. Wow, that's really interesting. In shards of that broken mirror, I could see my face, gaunt now, hollow and sickly, and immensely troubled. Whatever illusions that I dreamed of, whatever truths were waiting to be exposed. It was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Oh! No. Someone was going through those lockers, sure, but I don't think it was Norman. The laptop had finally run out of power. Oh, balls. I said goodbye to Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, and I stepped back into the darkness. Where are they going with this? It was the letter I'd taken from the postbox. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain. But well, who wrote that letter then? Who was Norman seeing? Oh no, Norman. If I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Did I do that horrible thing to him? No, I couldn't have. I clearly wasn't seeing things correctly, but no, I could never do something like that. What the fuck is going on? I'm not sure how I feel about me choosing these things. I had that old TV for so long. I don't know if I could ever replace. Oh, thank you for that. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I don't get it. I'm not usually this dumb. Well, I am, but I used the digital passcode lock, but I didn't have the code. Maybe I left it somewhere. 8 names written alongside those odd marks in different colors were printed in that notebook. I recalled the names I saw scratched out on that old desk, deep within those nasty tunnels. Was the man in that house really up to something? What the fuck is going on? It seemed like I'd seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Fuck, I sure. You're a psychopath, Hivey. Wait, I just talked to you. You fucking idiot, you forgot to do your regular voice. I know, I'm sorry. What is wrong with your voice anyway? Well, I'm dyspraxic, so I can't always control the volume of my voice. And the pitch and tone and all that. It's kind of a stupid thing. It's a bit of a sore spot, really. Anyway, moving on. Alright, I'll go back in the basement, and if I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Yeah, I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. The wall was cracked and pitted. Wait. Why can't I go? What the fuck? That's weird, right? I went through that. Yes. Since I'd arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant though had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Would it even be possible to bounce back from everything that had happened, everything I'd seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. For starters, the man I'd found in that old place, who had killed him and why was I even there? After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I'd watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was attacked? And what had I been doing at Norman's place or even in that old forest? Didn't look good, that's for sure. Had I been responsible for what had happened there? What do you think? Was I guilty or was I just mad? That forest, though, was no escape either. That notebook especially left me troubled. I remember seeing a similar list on that desk back in the tunnels. Who were the girls mentioned there? I suspected there was more to those woods than I knew, though I had no intention of going back. I at least was adamant that Norman wasn't the one going back through the old plant. But who was? Do you think it was me? Is there something there you didn't want me to see, didn't want us to discuss? I had to catch my breath to take it all in. At each point until the factory, things had only gotten worse. But then, going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective on all this really started to change. Damn it, Norman! What were you doing with Rachel? I mean, what was going on? If all this was a lie, then what was really happening? Someone had killed Norman in his store, but it wasn't me. Who else would have wanted him dead? But as painful as all of that was, no, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had seen and done, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. I had no idea that it was only the beginning. The silence in the house when I first stepped through that kitchen door, that should have been my first clue. To think that I went through all of that, completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know, before the end? Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? You don't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. How could I possibly go on, now, knowing what I do? Without Rachel, even the thought of Rachel, I was truly lost. As the door swung open, I could smell damp grass and the closeness of the air. After everything, it felt like I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth, I'll give you that, but now I was completely lost. You took away the only thing that had kept me going. I was sure word would get out, and soon enough the police would come looking for me. And what then? Would you be there to show me the way? What will I do then? For fuck's sake! What was... Oh, man. So, why on earth, why on earth did it give me the choices at the end there? It was like, be fucking with my head and shit, man, trying to make me decide the outcome. Tell me the story, don't involve me in it. I think this makes me a hypocrite if you've been watching my Until Dawn videos, you know, where I'm actually kind of going along with choices that I myself make to shape the story. But at least they don't make me choose a load of shit at the end. I mean... Hiya. How did I feel about this game, man? It's been a fucking journey, that's for sure, but... Do you know what? Yeah, I liked it. It was good, but... challenging, you know? Really challenging. I'm assuming there's different endings. Like alternate endings that you can get depending on what you do, but... Oh man, I don't know if I can go through that again. That was weird. Oh. Oh well. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. I think it's been 6 of these, so if you haven't seen the others, please check them out. It might make a bit more sense to you. I may find myself fucking doing that as well, just to figure out what the hell is going on. Hopefully next time I'll be starting Resident Evil 7. Thank you to all of you who watch my videos. I know there's not a great deal of you, but you know, I appreciate everyone that takes the time out of their busy days to watch. So again, thank you all very much, and I love you all.